Once upon a time, in a world brimming with content, where the mundane became the extraordinary and the extraordinary became an expectation, there lived an unpopular content creator named Sam. This is her tale, a roller coaster of sarcasm, thwarted aspirations, and the disheartening realization that no matter how many hot dog eating challenges one undertakes, internet fame can be painfully elusive. Act 1. An unlikely star is born. In the early days of Sam's career, she believed that a unique perspective, a splash of wit, and a hefty dose of enthusiasm were all she needed to leave an indelible mark on the digital landscape. As she hit publish on her first video, a heartfelt ode to her collection of vintage toasters, she couldn't help but imagine the fame, adoration, and lucrative brand deals that awaited her. Little did she know that the world was far more interested in watching beauty gurus blend foundation than listening to her musings on the merits of different toaster settings. Act 2. Desperately seeking subscribers. As Sam's channel sputtered along like an old jalopy on the highway of mediocrity, she decided to cast a wider net, diving headfirst into the swirling vortex of viral trends. From DIY slime tutorials to ASMR roleplays, no gimmick was too cringe-worthy for our intrepid protagonist. In an act of desperation, Sam even turned to the dark art of commenting on popular videos, eagerly proclaiming, "Hey, love your channel. Check out mine if you're into random nonsense," and soothing sound of desperation. Alas, her pleas for subscribers fell on deaf ears, lost in a cacophony of self-promotion and tasteless memes. Act 3. The siren song of influencer status. Despite her continued anonymity, Sam couldn't help but be captivated by the glitz and glamour of the internet's elite. The allure of parties, sponsorships, and legions of adoring fans proved too strong to resist, and she embarked on a fool's errand to join the ranks of the influencer class. With renewed vigor, Sam threw herself into a maelstrom of outlandish skits, questionable fashion hauls, and the occasional appearance of her disinterested cat, Mr. Whiskers. And yet, despite her best efforts, Sam's channel remained stubbornly impervious to success. Act 4. Embracing the role of the sarcastic underdog. As the years went by and Sam's dreams of internet fame crumbled like a stale cookie, she began to embrace a new identity, that of the sarcastic underdog. Her content, once marked by boundless optimism and a hunger for success, had evolved into a biting commentary on the absurdity of influencer culture and the fickle nature of the digital world. From reviews of the latest must-have products, accompanied by a hearty eye roll, to tongue-in-cheek tutorials on how to become an overnight sensation, Sam's content had taken on a deliciously sarcastic flavor. And in a cruel twist of irony, this newfound cynicism seemed to resonate with a small but devoted audience. Act 5. The unlikely cult hero. As Sam's subscriber count inched upwards, a small community began to form around her channel, an eclectic mix of fellow sarcastic underdogs, disenchanted with the polished facade of the internet's rich and famous. Together, she laughed at the absurdity of the influencer machine, basking in the glow of her shared obscurity. And so, in the end, our unpopular content creator found a measure of solace, carving out a niche in a corner of the digital world where sarcasm reigned supreme and viral fame was little more than a punchline. She may not have amassed the legions of followers or the lucrative brand deals she once dreamed of, but she had stumbled upon something far more valuable, a sense of belonging and a platform to celebrate the often overlooked underdogs of the internet. Conclusion: the legend of the sarcastic underdog. With the weight of her dashed ambitions lifted, Sam embraced her role as the unofficial spokesperson for the disenfranchised, the unpopular, and the sarcastic. Her content, once a desperate bid for attention, had morphed into a rallying cry for those who dared to laugh at the absurdity of the digital age. Together, Sam and her loyal band of followers carved out a space where creativity and wit were valued more than follower counts and brand collaborations. She reveled in the freedom that came with her modest success, the joy of creating content for its own sake, rather than in the pursuit of internet fame. And so, the legend of the sarcastic underdog lived on, an unlikely hero in a world of overhyped trends and fleeting stardom. As she forged ahead with her trusty cat Mr. Whiskers by her side, Sam remained a beacon of hope for those who believe that sometimes, the greatest stories are not found in the limelight, but in the unassuming shadows of the digital landscape.